better. It'll be okay.
We heavy on the high, heavy on the hip. Speed of mind like Angeletti in my shit. 08 Gallardo, man, I hollow niggas up. Bottle after bottle, models follow in the trunk. What? The hood, Mr. Champion. Cause everybody dancing and these bipolar niggas keep talking until you answer them. Somebody's amping them. I fuck around and trample them. Slosh them by accident. I never shake your hand again. You shopping with the mannequin. I'm dropping 20 grand again. Copping while they scrambling. I make it back gambling. Your girl look like a gremlin. And mine look like a diamond. A stiletto or a timlin. Should pop up on your mind. Mind your own fucking business. Don't be nosy and get hurt. Buried holy in the dirt from a word over the chirp. I'm nothing like these other niggas. All my clothes fit. And I don't walk around wearing bags like a chick. Niggas talking birds and ain't never seen a brick. You either down or you not. Ain't no in between the shit. If you want to be respectful, I may let you clean the whip and get nosebleed tickets to the show. Fucking prick. My cake bigger. I'm a 718 nigga. You a snake nigga. 1 foot over the gate nigga. Just wait nigga. Cowards don't last long. Get blast on. Bare-faced or with a mask on. Your ass gone. Don't come through here without your pass on. Ain't throwing 2 G's up, so you ain't got the ass on. All these niggas want nice things, Bentley and ranged out. And I ain't seen Lupe with his boards since he came out. I bet he traded that in for some wheels, cause the shapes change every couple years and they ill. It might not be necessary, that's just how I feel. Nigga, you don't like me, die slow, pop a pill. You ain't got a career, just cause you got a deal. Half of the niggas told they'll come out, never will. On the real, these cupcake niggas know the deal. My goons give out the wounds you don't wanna feel. Heavy on the dollars and heavy on the flips. Riding through Manhattan, all black and on pith. All black Ferrari and I'm probably with your bitch. Nothing on my mind more than how to get rich. We heavy on the hydro and heavy on the hip. Speed of mind like Angeletti in my shit. 08 Gallardo, man, I hollow niggas up. Bottle after bottle, models follow in the trunk. What?
Push a goddamn button!
It's the mayor. Welcome to Showface News. You can call me what you want. Just don't call me woke. You're not rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Check it out, y'all. Listen, Drake is still gone. All right, still gone. In fact, Drake and Camila Cabello just flopped disgustingly. Disgusting flop, by the way. A lot going on. Drake is not happy. Drake is not a happy camper, y'all. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Make sure y'all hitting the like, sharing video. Look, gang. Look at this. Here's the stats right here. Now, yesterday was the release of Camila Cabello's CXO album, right? Which featured 2 Drake records, 2 Drake features on that album, right? Says here Camila Cabello and Drake's Hot Uptown, which is the most popular song that they did together, debuts at number 149 on the global Spotify chart with 1.518 million streams. It also debuts at number 92 on the US chart with over 526K streams. Highest new entry from Camila Cabello's album, CXOXO, which is terrible. So the Drake effect don't work no more. Okay. That's done. That's finished. Not only that, number 92 on the US chart, you would have thought you was a new artist, like you new to this. It looks like there's not good reception. All right. And for this to be the highest record on there looks even worse because this is how the debut is looking already. On the first night, this is how the debut is looking. That's disgusting. That's a nasty debut, champ. I ain't gonna lie. Push-ups did better than that. And nobody listens to push-ups anymore. All right. Drake's first diss tracks, the debut better than that. What's this? Number 92 on the US, number 149. Oh man. Listen, there's some new artists that's gonna literally destroy this album in rankings. I ain't even gonna lie. But I told y'all this would happen though. You know what I'm saying? And the sick part is this is the most anticipated song. This is the song that's getting the most listens on streaming, right? Insane. But we already knew this. You think Drake ain't upset? Drake is mad. How do we know that Drake is upset? Well, Drake did something today. Drake did something today to get at Kendrick because he knows this is Kendrick's fault, champ. He knows that Kendrick's Chuck Taylors stomping on the back of his neck, leaving a nice West Coast tramp stamp on the back of his neck, is the reason why this is all happening in the first place, champ. If this never happened, it might have been number one. It might have been number one, gang. But here's what's happening as a result. Because Drake is aware of these results, here's what's happening now, champs. You want to know what Drake is doing? Look what Drake is doing, gang. Check this out. Drake went to eat fried rice at New Whole King, the same restaurant at where Kendrick dissed him at in reference to his diss on Euphoria, bro. Y'all know about the restaurant that Drake got robbed at, right? That Kendrick mentions in Euphoria. The New Whole, he went there to eat fried rice, champ. Maybe this is his way of coping with the diss. Like, I'm going to eat here again, and this time I'm not going to get robbed, champ. Because, you know, he got robbed at that restaurant, right? Yeah, Drake posted this on his Instagram, eating fried rice, champ, at the New Whole King. Oh, champ, this is a threat. Champ, Kendrick should be scared for his life. You are at the New Whole King eating fried rice, champ. Oh, champ, I hope you bring enough security this time so you don't get robbed this time, champ. All right, look, gang. Is this the crash out? The crash out was buying fried rice. Oh, champ. I think Kendrick needs to stand down, champ. Kendrick might be in trouble. You're going to the same restaurant that Kendrick referenced that you got robbed at, champ? You're a tough guy, gang. You're tough. Is this all you got? Is this all that you have? Yo, fam, this is nasty work, bro. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. This is bad, bro. This is bad. This is a sad attempt. All right? This is a sad attempt. Like, all of these shots that you're taking, the other day you posted a robot in reference to, you know, the rumors that Kendrick's manager ordered someone to pay for Spotify bots to get Not Like Us to millions of streams. And we seen that. Chuck's box top says crash out. This is a crash out meal, gang. He ordered the crash out meal. A large order. Let me get a large order of crash out with shrimp fried rice, champ. Yeah, the crash out meal. I'll take that. Oh, man. This is crazy. Like, bro, for real, this is what you're going to do, man. The sales didn't do well. Camila Cabello done flopped because of my name being next to hers. You're the reason she flopped, by the way. Even though we know she's an open racist, all right? And she may have apologized for her racism in the past, but I don't believe that she's not racist anymore. I also don't like that song. I don't like that song neither. Like, see that song? What's the name of that song that they did? The song is called what? Hot Uptown. I don't like that song. It's a Culture Vulture song. Y'all both sound like y'all trying to be from the West Indies or something. Neither of y'all are from there. All right? Camila Cabello don't like black folks. Respectfully, I'm not jacking it. And I don't like Drake's fake Jamaican accent. It always bothered me since I first heard it. I'm not even going to lie. The first time I heard Drake do a Jamaican accent, rubbed me the wrong way, gang. It did. Feel me? Nigga talk about shake your money maker. Shake your money maker. Like, yo, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out, gang. All right? Cut it out. Respectfully, nigga. Cut it out. All right? Listen, bro. Cut it out, man. We don't want to hear that. You think you Sean Paul, you think you Shaggy and all these people, gang. Cut it out. Feel me? Come on, gang. They said, where does this accent even come from? Jamaica. That's that Toronto. So Toronto is very much island based. A lot of people that live in Toronto are from the islands. There's a lot of Jamaicans and whatnot in the islands, you know, that live in Toronto, that grew up in Toronto. But Drake ain't one of those people, though. His mother is pale. She's a Caucasian woman. His father's black from Memphis, Tennessee, right? So where does the Jamaican accent come from? You feel me? Camila Cabello flop. Nasty work. That's what you get for thinking that it's going to be sweet. By the way, Camila Cabello says, I wish Drake and Kendrick could just have a drink and settled it. Like, shut up. Be quiet. All right? But look, man, you really trying to fight. You still trying to go at Kendrick. Said, guess what, Kendrick? I'm at that restaurant you said I got robbed at today. Ha, joke's on you, champ. I just ordered fried rice. Okay, and then what, champ? And then what? You feel me? Did you think you hurt Kendrick with this one, champ? Come on, like this is ridiculous. Weird. Be honest, with weird behavior. I'm gonna go to the same restaurant you said I got robbed at and order fried rice because I can, because I'm really like that, Kendrick. I'm like that too, Kendrick. All right. Respectfully, like, come on, bro. That nigga went there, security down, nigga. He had the Secret Service with him. You know what I'm saying? You had the Secret Service with you when you went in that Chinese restaurant. Nigga, you got robbed here before. You definitely have some type of traumatic experience. Somebody waved the blick on you at that Chinese restaurant and took something from you, by the way. So, champ, I don't know what you're proving here, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't know what you think you're doing. Okay? You ordered a crab ragoon, a wonton, cheese wontons, nigga. Like, no, bro. We don't care. We don't care, gang. Can't believe this now. This is nonsense, bro. Like, you're not winning right now. You're losing. You're losing bad. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Like, you really think you did something? You just I bought fried rice. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, that rice look dry, champ. Where's the sauce, gang? Oh, that's right. You used to not eating stuff with sauce. You used to not eating stuff with sauce. It needs to be sauce on that rice, gang. Respectfully. At least where I come from, you have to sauce up the rice, gang. You dig? By the way, make sure y'all smash the like, sharing the video. We're gonna get into some content. We got content. Let's hit the like, share the video. Let's get into it, gang.
These two new songs in the form of features on Camila Cabello's new album, CXOXO. I think it's safe to say that the cycle is now complete, and after an array of weird songs that displayed to us that Drake is having an identity crisis, he finally found some sort of footing to stand on musically at the moment, but this is no longer by being one of the most overly confident rappers that we have ever seen, like before the Kendrick beef, but it's now by just being a full-on pop star, and after Kendrick Lamar clearly laid out that he likes Drake with the melodies and not when he acts tough on Euphoria. If the embarrassing moments of Wagwan Delilah and You My Everything were not damaging enough in terms of cementing Drake's defeat and just showing the world how quickly the wrath of Kendrick Lamar can make somebody go from being as cocky to as lost as ever. This moment—
Hold on, we got town taxes in the building. Miss Natalia K with $10 in town taxes says he wants a response from K. Bad. It will come in album form. Paying taxes. Salute to you, my dear, for paying your town taxes. Because Lord knows you don't want the IRS to violate your lovely front door. All right, salute to you. But yeah, man. Let's talk about Drake not rapping right now and only doing dance hall type things. Wagwan Delilah was a fake dance hall record. This record, this uptown, this hot uptown, whatever it's called, with Camila Cabello, a fake dancehall record. All right. This was a Diet Island dancehall record. A Diet dancehall, all right. Drake been making a lot of Diet dancehall lately, all right. He been making a lot of Diet dancehall music. Right after You My Everything with Sexy Red, which was terrible. Bro just said, let's put a pause on the rapping. Let's get to this Diet dancehall, shall we? All right, nigga think he's Shaggy and Sean Paul all in one. All right, it's not gonna work, champ. All right, you are a Diet dancehall artist at this time. Right now, you're not winning. Things are not looking up; it's looking down. All right, but let's continue. Y'all hit the like, share the video. Let's proceed.
Moment will cement everything, because between the way that Drake has come back outside in preparation for these new tracks, to ultimately how they will end up being his biggest moments in this post-beef era of his career and solidify his reputation in this current moment. All in all, in a time where Kendrick Lamar is having another victory lap off the momentum of his pop-out concert and Not Like Us video shoot. This moment for Drake, while despite making more noise for him than anything else has, it's not necessarily helping his case. Now, before we can get into these new tracks from Drake and what they are doing on impact, we need to quickly look at how Drake has responded to Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert, which did immortalize that Kendrick is the clear winner of this beef, as the entire rap game celebrated him like few other rappers ever have been while they can still smell their flowers. And when it comes to how Drake has responded, it's clear that this massive moment struck a nerve with him, because from the cryptic story posts that have been trying to create some sort of buzz around his name despite the barrage.
That was a nasty post. Who, like, bro, what in the world was this, bro? Like, the hookah stick and all that. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You don't look the healthiest, champ. You probably lose sleep at night knowing that you probably will never be number one for a long time. If ever you be number one again. There's no telling. We don't know, all right? There's been a lot of damage done. A lot of people want to say, he just needs to lay low. His comeback is coming. No, it's not coming. It's not. Ozempic Drake, you might have a point. Is Drake on Ozempic? Is Drake having an Ozempic type of condition? Is he addicted to Ozempic like Oprah Winfrey is addicted to Ozempic? I don't know. Ozempic Drake, listen, gang. I don't know, champs.
Trying to create some sort of buzz around his name despite the barrage of rappers we just found out absolutely despise him. It's clear that with weird story post after weird story post, Drake has been trying to get any sort of point on the board that he can through any means possible right now, and even further than just some of the cringy selfies and random pictures that are hinting at something. What really turned a lot of eyes was when Drake voted on a poll this week about which diss tracks were the best during the feud between him and Kendrick, and according to the user's poll, who was called the Good Rap Page, which shout out to him, Drake voted for Not Like Us, but beyond Drake actually admitting defeat on an Instagram poll. At the end of the day, what matters most and what will be judged the most importantly is what goes on behind the microphone. So with these two new songs, after a period where Kendrick Lamar just united what feels like the entire genre behind him and everything he has stood for this year in hip-hop, how does...
Hold on, we got a new townsman. Salute to Mother Nature. Becoming a town member, salute to you. If you want to join the town, you definitely can, but salute to you for becoming a town resident. All right. Looks like you'll be paying taxes. That's great to know. Salute to you. But yeah, Drake definitely might be on that Ozempic, champ. We seen the prescriptions, all right? We seen the prescriptions. We seen some things. We seen that Drake is definitely on those things, champ. All right, looks like he's losing weight. Is Drake going to be 99 pounds soon? I don't know. Hold on. Mother Nature with another 20 on town taxes. Salute to Mother Nature. Jeez, you want to make sure the IRS doesn't kick those doors down, don't you, champ? I know. You love those doors. I love those doors too. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna make sure that the IRS doesn't violate your doorknobs or nothing like that. Salute to you for paying those town taxes. A great citizen. But yeah, man, Drake, it's over, champ. But please don't unalive yourself. Thanks.
Does Drake respond? Does he show that despite what feels like a genre and reputation that is collapsing more and more with every single moment, that he is still not going to go down without a fight? Or does he only manage to let everything continue to crumble on him even more, and in typical Drake fashion in this era? You probably guessed it, he is only further destroying his credibility within the hip-hop space, because this song is just proving that everything Kendrick Lamar did against him worked, and he really got Drake to step out of the hip-hop space as a whole for the time being. And now if Drake maybe came with a melodically driven hit song that was as infectious as something like One Dance, maybe the conversation could start to shift, and Drake could really set the precedent that despite getting a loss handed to him, he can still release undeniable hits that you cannot deny their greatness. Both of these tracks fall short of any of these expectations, and in all honesty, these songs aren't just a miss, but they sound like cuts that are serving as a direct extension from Drake's most polarizing and panned album, which was, of course, Honestly Never Mind. So with the major song in this bunch, which is titled Hot Uptown, this is the cut that was designed to be the massive hit with Drake and Camila Cabello going back and forth over an up-tempo dance beat, and while in a vacuum, this is a decent track that you can throw on and it will definitely give you some good vibes.
I don't know if it's gonna give me good vibes, gang. It's gonna give me cultural appropriation vibes for sure. All right, I'm gonna feel like I'm about to be served oxtails with no seasoning, champ. All right. I'm about to get a jerk chicken that's just jerk with no chicken, gang. All right, respectfully. I'm about to get a jerkless chicken, you heard? That's what when I hear this, I feel like I'm about to get a diet Jamaican dish. Okay? Respectfully, I'm about to get a diet. It's gonna feel like I'm eating Jamaican food in Dubai. It's not authentic. It's not official. All right. I'm about to have a very under-seasoned Jamaican plate, you heard? That ain't it. That ain't it. Come on, man. Wild work. Wild work. You dig? This is nasty. Y'all make sure you hit the like button and share the video. This is insane.
This song offers absolutely nothing at all that you'd call genuinely special, and just gets by from doing the absolute bare minimum and playing to the most simple of conventions when it comes to what makes a palatable song to throw on the radio, a speaker, or in a clothing store. And if this is the bar, then great, Drake succeeded. But if this song is trying to be a statement and even an answer back to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, which has become the song of the summer at this point, and if this track is trying to remind us, not just to greater audiences, but to the entire hip-hop community especially, that Drake really is this undeniable force that should be in the conversation with somebody like Kendrick at all. Unless we determine greatness by whose music would play the best at Target, this song fails on all fronts, and with the other cut ugly, this is nothing but an interlude from Drake, which just features his whining singing, which has him talking about the same old tired topics about how he loves a girl, she doesn't love him back, and that it is making this almost 40-year-old man sad that he can't find something within these superficial relationships. And
nigga almost 40 following 18-year-old girls. Nigga, act your age, champ. This is why you fell off, nigga. You about to be 40 and you're trying to be 21. Like, what's really good, bro? You can't be NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be these people, gang. All right? You gotta act your age, champ. But at the end of the day, you know, it's over with. Like I said, the Chuck Taylor tramp stamp is already on the back of your neck. You can't get rid of it. All right? Now you gotta make diet dancehall records. You're forced to do it. I mean, you have to drop an album this year or you're going to get sued by UMG. All right? Respectfully, all right? And then Lucien Grange is saying, listen, it's time to go full-blown dancehall, champ. We need the true Sean Paul. We need the J. Sean Paul, all right? This is what's going on here. This is what we're going to have to be listening to. Honestly, he should cut back from making so much music, for starters. How about you cut back a little bit, okay?
Again, with this being the best that you have to offer at this moment in time, especially after you were just called out for being so immature despite your age. It really just proves that Kendrick never has to do anything in this beef again if he does not want to, and that he needs to be dismissed from the conversation about what is going on with Drake as a whole right now, because Drake is bringing all of these problems onto himself as he is trying to get away with the absolute bare minimum, and is moving in directions that are only further validating the biggest disses that Kendrick threw his way. When we look at it from this angle, in all honesty, it's a perfect fit that Drake decided to drop off not one but two features on this very album, because just like Camila Cabello, Drake is an artist who is trying to desperately search for an identity at the moment, and both are just failing to capture any of the magic that their older music had to their respective audiences as they step further and further away from what made them special in the first place. And now, while this is only further dampering Drake's abysmal musical batting average this year with a few songs that just sound like a step up from the just laughable majority of cuts on Honestly Never Mind, The timing of a song coming out like this right now is horrible, and the optics of it all is just terrible because after Kendrick Lamar showed off that he is the sheer embodiment of hip-hop as he brought unification into the genre like few other rappers ever had, Drake is running away from rap as a whole and is now just hopping on generic trends with pop artists? I mean, when we look at all of this in conjunction, with each passing week, moments like these are only making Kendrick's words age better and better and are really turning a song like Euphoria into this immortal piece of music that, beyond being one of the best rapping displays the genre has seen in a very long time, served as this breakdown of Drake.
Let's be honest. Drake can't make no rap songs right now. He can't because nobody believes it. If he make a rap song right now, it's just a laughable joke. Him making any rap song is not a good look. Because guess what? The only time it's acceptable for him to ghostwrite is if he's making a pop record, if he's making a dancehall record. Him making a rap record doesn't hold any merit, doesn't help him whatsoever because, listen, the culture agreed with Kendrick. Kendrick shifted the culture himself. All right, he opened the eyes of the masses. The masses say, hey, champ, we don't believe you, gang. So if you do rap, we don't believe you. Even if you do make other songs, we don't care. You know, you made your little dance hall jingle, all right, your diet dance hall, and we still don't care, all right? Clearly, Camila Cabello is going to flop disgustingly. She's number 92 on the Spotify charts, all right? It's nasty. It doesn't look good, all right? The debut was disgusting. The Drake effect is not a thing no more. You getting the Drake feature and going viral doesn't exist, all right? No matter who does it. You dig? We got the Super Kick 57 with $5 in town taxes that says Drake probably sings that sus NBA Youngboy song on repeat for fun. Maybe he does. If he does listen to NBA Youngboy, maybe when he's chilling with teenagers, he listens to NBA Youngboy because that's what the teenagers are into. Perhaps. All right. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like, share the video. It's the man. Let's keep it going.
Drake that's only seeming to foreshadow more and more of his failures in ways that we have never seen before. Now, what I honestly think is most interesting about this entire song is what it represents for the direction Drake is going to be going in for the rest of this summer. Because with the way he has been moving online, to the way it's so clear that he's still trying to fight back with Kendrick in his own sad ways. I think it's inevitable that he will only release more new music from here, but I think these songs are proof that at least Drake is going to be staying away from rap for some time, and with everything he has been leaning into, I'm going to make a prediction that we are going to end up getting another project like Drake's Honestly Nevermind, and maybe even a full-fledged sequel, which entire purpose will be to shift the entire narrative around him in this moment and give people those summer vibes that may help them forget about how scathing Not Like Us is. But if this project is anything like these songs, I don't think this or really any project from Drake will do anything right now to help him, and while if he was smart, he would have just went into hiding.
Hold on, we got a Glazer in the building. I see you, champ. I see your OVO knee pads are really tightening around your knees and they're not getting any circulation. So here's what I'm going to do, champ. Because you want to disrespect the chat, because you want to glaze so hard, I'm going to give you 5 minutes of cardio. So you see right here, you see that shadow in the corner? That's you, champ. I want you to give it a nice hug, you know, like self-love, and get to the cardio. Get your shoulders in order, right? We're going to make sure your shoulders bulk up a little bit, just a little bit, champ. You might bulk up a couple centimeters in your shoulder region, all right? But you're not going to disrespect the chat, all right, because you want to glaze, all right? So, you know, untighten your knee pads a little bit. All right? You got too much. Your circulation is cut off, champ. You're going to make sure that your knees can breathe this time around. But you're going to have to hug your shadow on your feet this time. All right, not on your knees. We don't want you to hug on your knees. You're gonna get up on both feet and hug your shadow. All right, respectfully. Do not disrespect the chat or the mayor. Just hit the like button, share the video. Come on, let's continue.
Clear that this spiraling individual who cannot stay out of the limelight because his whole worth seems to be based off optics and the impressions of others will only continue to risk hurting his reputation more and more instead of taking time to do the one thing that may just help him out in the long run: sitting down and reflecting. So let me know, what do you think of these new records in the never-ending downfall of Drake? And how do you think they compare to everything he's been up to? And do you think they help him any bit? I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And if you want to see how Kendrick Lamar just saved West Coast hip-hop, check out the suggested video.
All right, champ. Salute to whoever you are. I don't know who you are, champ. Don't remember your name. But you're wrong about that Camila Cabello record, gang. You're very wrong. All right? You're wrong as ever, respectfully. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the video. Yes, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Some of y'all use your head to hug shadows and build your shoulders while on your knees. You hit the like button, share the video, man. This is insane. Come on, we got more.
Most public L in hip-hop history. How exactly does Drake bounce back? By now, I'm guessing everyone's heard about Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert on Juneteenth. The highlight was definitely Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us 6 times in a row.
I see red people. Let's try it again.
Now, maybe the audience screamed encourage 5 times, or maybe this was a subtle jab at the sixth god himself. Either way, it's clear that Kendrick was taunting Drake. So the question is, what does Drake do now?
All right.
Let's face it, hip-hop has never seen a humiliation on such a huge scale before. Fans, podcasters, DJs, rappers, everybody is basically crowning the battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar as the greatest rap battle of all time.
K-Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of kings do.
But at the same time, Drake's stock has taken a huge dive of public perception. Drake has deleted his diss tracks Family Matters and The Heart Part 6 off his social media pages. There's videos going viral of middle schoolers mocking Drake by singing along to Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us, where he calls him a pedophile. A minor. That's lit. Drake is one of the best-selling artists in the world, but after being embarrassed by Kendrick, he's definitely in uncharted territory. Maybe Drake should take some pointers from past rappers who have also had to salvage their careers after beefs didn't go their way.
See, I don't think there's any way that Drake can revamp, champ. I don't think there's any possible way that Drake can recover from this, gang. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. How is he going to recover? He can't. Like, bro, nobody. Let's be honest, man. What major artist has been called a Geppetto? We're skipping this fact. What major artist was called a Geppetto like this, with alleged proof, with documented things that make them look that way? It didn't happen to Ja Rule. It didn't happen to nobody who lost battles in the past. It didn't happen to Meek Mill. But champ, you're being called something that's one of the most heinous things you can be called, and that's a Geppetto. You don't want to have that on your jacket, gang. The only person I could think of that was called a Geppetto was Corrupt by Daz back in the day, but nobody cared because Corrupt and Daz ain't big enough. Feel what I'm saying? They might be West Coast legends and all that, but they're just not big enough. You dig? But champ, you're a major artist being called a Geppetto in a diss track. Can't recover from that. I'm sorry. Y'all hit the like, share the video. Let's continue.
We're gonna break down some of the most iconic rap battles of all time and take away lessons that Drake might learn from each one. What strategies can he apply to take his career off life support and double back?
If you say strategies, nigga, you trying to help Drake? What strategies can Drake take to take his career off life support? You think it can be taken off life support? It's crazy as hell. You think it could be taken off life support? All right, we gonna see.
You are Drake's PR team. You are his strategy team. What are you doing? What's the strategy?
Let's start with one of the most vicious feuds of the 2000s, 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Both 50 and Ja were rappers who came up from Queens, New York. 50 claims their beef started when a member of Ja's crew, Murder Inc., stabbed him. Ja, meanwhile, claims that 50 was jealous of his success and popularity in New York.
What I've realized is when you entertain clowns, you become a part of the circus.
Either way, both artists rose in popularity to become multi-platinum superstars. 50 was absolutely relentless in going after Ja and dragging his reputation. He dropped song after song on Ja's head. Your Life's on the Line mocked Murder Inc. and had 50 saying,
Now if you say my name in your rhyme, you better watch what you say. You been carried away.
I'm back as crossover pop songs in his voice. You sing for and sound like the Cookie Monster. And on Wanksta, 50 made up a whole term for industry gangsters. The song blew up in popularity and became a Billboard Hot 100 hit. Ja, meanwhile, struggled to come up with a knockout response. His response track, Clap Back, promised to take 50 to war, but didn't achieve the notoriety that 50's tracks did. Another song, Loose Change, labeled 50 as a snitch, but 50's strategy of spamming Ja Rule with as many diss tracks as possible was too overwhelming for Ja to overcome. Ja's reputation never really recovered after the battle with 50. While Ja enjoyed huge...
I'll tell you, Ja Rule's only W was destroying Fat Joe in that versus. If I remember the Fat Joe versus Ja Rule versus Ja Rule cooked Fat Joe something severe. I mean, Ja Rule literally violated Fat Joe bad, terribly. But we know Fat Joe ain't no real rapper like that in the first place. But yeah, Ja Rule cooked, bro. He cooked them. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. I mean, Ja Rule do got a lot of hits. You dig? But yeah, he's not really taking that serious these days.
Huge commercial success earlier in his career with blockbuster singles like Always on Time and Mesmerize, the beef with 50 led to a significant decline in his sales and popularity. And because Ja was never able to fully piece it up with 50, 50 has continued to troll and humiliate him to this day. In 2018, 50 bought out 200 front row seats at a Ja Rule show just so Ja would have to perform to an empty arena.
It was like on the what's the name? I just happened to see them on the
on StubHub or something.
Yeah, like it was like this for you to buy it, and I was like, they was so cheap, I might as well just buy it.
If you go on X, formerly known as Twitter, right now, people have been tweeting nonstop that Drake is the new Ja Rule. It's actually a fitting comparison because, like Ja Rule, Drake built a reputation on combining rap and R&B and collaborating with pop stars. And like 50 Cent, Kendrick beat Drake by being absolutely relentless, firing off diss track after diss track until Drake basically had to tap out. Drake could learn a lot from what happened.
To be honest, bro, it's worse. It's worse than Ja Rule, y'all. It's worse than Ja Rule. And there's a reason that it's worse. Nigga, thankfully, when Ja Rule got canceled, internet wasn't really as crazy versus now. Like, bro, the dislikes are insane. Like, people can go on social media and paint narratives. They can literally start narratives on you. This is way worse. This is way worse than John 50, bro. Because, like I said, you're being called a Geppetto. For starters, you're being called the worst thing you can be called. And then there's low-key proof that you are that. Like, you have questionable things that you did that would let someone that didn't know better say, hey, well, this person is definitely that. You feel me? So there's so many things that can be proven about you. Not even narratives. Like, let's skip the narratives. A lot of the stuff that's being said is just truth and not narrative, which makes it worse because it's true. And because it's true, it holds even more weight. Like, 50 could paint a narrative about Ja Rule, but Kendrick don't got to lie about Drake. Kendrick could say something real about Drake, and it's bad, and it's just going to hold weight because it's true. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, let's just say he did drop evidence about the other kids that Drake has, allegedly. Let's just say that. Let's just say, allegedly, Kendrick had dropped proof that he's a real deadbeat. It would get ugly. It would get very, very disgusting. I mean, it's already bad, but you think, listen, in this era, in this climate, yeah, it's pretty much over for Drake. I don't know if he can ever recover from this. This is something different, all right? I don't care how much diet, dance hall records he do. I don't care how many pop records he try to give. The narrative is still a narrative at the end of the day. And how the culture feels is how the culture feels at the end of the day. This is worse than Ja Rule. There is no coming back.
The Ja Rule. While persistent attacks can also destroy a career, Ja also struggled to reinvent himself after the beef. His image was always defined by 50, who used his songs to paint him as a fake gangster, an ecstasy addict, and a wannabe Tupac. If Drake wants to avoid following Ja into Fire Festival irrelevance, he needs to find a way to keep Kendrick from having that much influence over his image.
Because I think ultimately, this is a humbling moment for Drake.
Next up is the battle between one of Drake's former enemies, Common and Ice Cube. In 1994, Common released I Used to Love Her, a song that lamented the direction hip-hop was taking. In I Used to Love Her, Common threw shade at gangster rap and West Coast hip-hop in particular, implying that they were ruining what made hip-hop pure in the first place. Ice Cube, who reps South Central LA and is famous for helping make gangster rap popular, took it very personally.
Hold on, we got just a question with 20 in town taxes saying Drake really out here Ja ruling himself. Real MCs hit the booth, not the internet. Salute to the man. Salute to you, my dear. But paying your town taxes like a good citizen, because the last thing you want is for the IRS to drop kick those amazing doors down at your residency. Salute to you. But yeah, come on, man. You know, this is why we got $2 in town taxes. My creative nomad life says K-Dot woke up to the culture to the vulture. He's done. Yes, Drake, you're in trouble, gang. All right, it's over with. It's done. Finito, salute to you paying your town taxes, because the IRS might violate those doors. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all smash the like button, share the video as we continue. Let's get it.
His group, Westside Connection, dropped a diss track called Westside Slaughterhouse, where he ripped up Common.
All you suckers wanna diss the Pacific, but you bust the never get specific.
Common fired back with The in You, where he systematically targeted Ice Cube's entire career, claiming that he had fallen off since his first album, alleging that Ice Cube had jacked the East Coast sound to get popular in the first place, and calling him out on his so-called hypocrisy. I heard a say you were a favorite rapper, so I had to slap her and violate you, a Muslim drinking brew. A lot of fans were surprised with how vicious Common got with The in You, especially since he had a reputation of being a so-called conscious rapper. Even more surprising is that Ice Cube and Westside Connection decided not to issue a response to The in You, which a lot of people took as an admission that Common had won the beef in a huge upset. In fact, The in You has since been called one of the best diss tracks of all time. Despite all this, both Common and Cube have gone on to enjoy long, successful careers. In fact,
I ain't lying, nigga. I said it the other live. I said Common one of them ones, like, they don't know, man. Common is really a hip-hop nigga, you know what I'm saying? Bro is really like that. Remember he dissed Drake. He came at Drake. Drake ain't say nothing else. I mean, there was a couple people early on in Drake's career who came out. It was Common and Jay-Z. Common and Jay-Z took their first shots at Drake. When Drake really got smoked, Jay-Z did the Nigga We Made It remix with Jay Electronica, and Jay-Z let Aubrey have it. I ain't gonna lie. You can go back to that verse if you want to. Hove was wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Hove was wildin'. And Common wilded on Drake on the Stay Scheming beat. You dig? So yeah. Drake did catch wreck before. He just ain't want no smoke with Jigga and Common. They would have definitely gave him his issue. I'm just saying. And make sure I hit the like, share the video. Let's keep it going.
The two of them have actually reconciled and became close friends. Cube, despite losing the battle, has released critically acclaimed and beloved music for decades since. In movies and TV shows, and yeah, Cube is good, bro. Still, Common said that he once feared that this beef with Cube would descend into violence and is grateful that the whole exchange stayed on wax. There's some pretty important parallels between Common and Cube and Kendrick vs. Drake. A lot of people speculated that Drake would win the beef because he was more battle-tested because of his feuds with Meek Mill, Ye, and Pusha T. Meanwhile, some claim that Kendrick, a so-called conscious rapper, didn't have the viciousness and strategic discipline to win a battle against someone as seasoned as Drake. Drake could definitely duplicate Ice Cube's strategy after The in You. Focus on releasing timeless and consistent music and put the beef behind him. Even though
that's because y'all ain't know that Kendrick was Westside Pyru to this year. Y'all ain't know Kendrick was a gang member till now. All right. You see him in the burgundy sweatshirt. You already know what type time he on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't know bro was Pyru till now. You dig? It took this to happen for y'all to learn that bro was really gang like that. Not saying that he don't glorify the gang stuff, but some people didn't know that bro was really gang like that, including Drake. Drake ain't know bro was really gang. You know what I'm saying? So people found out the hard way, all right? They found out what it was. They said Kendrick ain't tough. Kendrick is soft. Kendrick, you don't know him. I mean, just because he make a certain type of music don't mean that he's incapable of being vicious. He just showed y'all today that he's very capable of creating a horror story. Meet the Grams was enough. Meet the Grams was enough. But then last night we learned about 616 in LA and how crazy 616 in LA was as a record, because 616 in LA was something completely different. 616 in LA is a different type of record. That's the most intricate record thus far in the entire disc catalog of Drake versus Kendrick. All right, that 616 in LA is something different. All right, there's so many hidden meanings and entendres in that song. It's pretty ridiculous. Like you could tell it took a minute to make that song. You dig? Let me sure you smash the like button. Let's keep it going.
Cube took a really public L and didn't respond to Common's most scathing attacks. He restored his credibility by focusing on his craft. Drake could easily do the same.
No matter what music he ends up dropping within this era, he's gonna get clowned.
And I'm sure Drake paid super close attention to what happened after Jay-Z and Nas went head-to-head. As New York rappers, Jay and Nas experienced years of tension between one another before things finally blew up in the early 2000s. Nas was heralded as a critically acclaimed protege who released Illmatic when he was just 20 years old. Jay was seen as the drug dealer turned #1 hustler in the rap game who methodically grew a music career into a multi-million-dollar business empire. By 2001, though, Nas's career was seen widely as trending downward. His follow-up albums to Illmatic got mixed reviews, and fans claimed that he had lost the grit that gave his career a spark and a...
You tripping. Nigga, It Was Written was a fire album. What are you talking about, bro? Listen, as long as I've been alive, I ain't hear nobody say Nas fell off ever. It Was Written was lit. There was some classics on there. Street Dreams, the Street Dreams remix with Kells. All right, you're bugging. I don't know what you're talking about. Nas fell. Now, I will say this. After It Was Written, he had some terrible beats. We can agree with that. Like, he had some dust mite beats for sure. His production wasn't the best. But you got The Firm. You know what I'm saying? Those are classics. The Firm. All right? Like, come on, bro. You bugging. Chill out, shit. Nah, everybody was rocking with Nas, even in his nasty Nas era.
First place. Jay, meanwhile, was on a rapid ascent to become one of the best-selling rappers out there. When he put out Takeover in 2001, he systematically dismantled Nas's credibility as an artist, breaking down his discography and echoing whispers that he had fallen off. Nas responded by dropping Ether on Jay's birthday, completely changing the narrative. Instead of having fallen off, Nas sounded reinvigorated and more aggressive than ever. He challenged Jay, attacking his personal life, his crew, and mocking him relentlessly. He accused Jay of trying to prey on the legacy of the late Biggie Smalls and stealing his lyrics. How many of Biggie's rhymes are gonna come out your fat lips? Wanted to be on every last one of my classics. Ether was so blistering that it changed the narrative around Nas right away. Instead of people calling Nas irrelevant, fans were now saying that Ether had...
Boy, Nas was not irrelevant, bro. You tripping. Nas was not irrelevant, bro. Not in those times, neither. Nas was not irrelevant. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I was around those times, bro. I was around during those times, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a story. This is like, I want to say 05, 06. But they had a line for Nas was signing autographs in Lower Manhattan somewhere. My father used to work at NYU, whatever. So we see that line, bro. We seen that line. That line was crazy. That line was insane, bro. That line for people trying to get Nas autograph was crazy. You dig? Don't know what you talk about. Nas is irrelevant and all that. Nas a legend, bro. I don't know where you getting this Nas is irrelevant stuff from. Because back in those times, bro, nah, bro, Nas was still that guy, bro. It wasn't no disrespect on Nas' name. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I never witnessed it. Never seen it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I had to like share the video.
Gassed up his career and given him fresh purpose. Jay-Z was widely seen as having lost the battle, so he dropped another response called Super Ugly that tried to match Nas's viciousness. In Super Ugly, Jay bragged about sleeping with the mother of Nas's child, claiming that he skeeted in your Jeep and left condoms on your baby seat. Instead of outmatching Nas when it came to Venom, Jay was widely criticized for the song. Right after it dropped, Jay appeared on Hot...
So when Nas dropped Ether, Hot 97 took it upon themselves to drop Super Ugly. You dig what I'm saying? So Jay never wanted Super Ugly to be the response. Jay wanted Takeover to be the response. Hot 97 took it upon themselves to drop Super Ugly as a response. Now, Super Ugly was obviously a Nas diss, yes. However, Hove wanted Takeover to be the response, not Super Ugly. All right, but yeah, Super Ugly wasn't trash neither. Was it better than Ether? No, but Super Ugly wasn't a terrible record neither. If you look at the bars, however, however, Jay-Z wanted Takeover to drop, but they didn't drop it. He had to drop it himself.
97 and apologized for Super Ugly, claiming that his own mother told him the song went too far.
It was. And then I go to do a Rockware campaign in Arizona when this dumb is on the radio, and we took an L.
Always listening to mama. That's crazy. Nas is almost unanimously seen as being victorious over Jay. At first, it seemed like their beef had become too bitter and personal to ever come back from. But in 2005, Nas made a surprise appearance at Jay-Z's I Declare War concert, and the two of them performed together. In the years since, they've collaborated numerous times and professed their mutual respect for each other. When the Drake and Kendrick battle first popped off, a lot of people compared their feud to what Jay and Nas went through. Like Jay and Nas, both Drake and Kendrick are commercially successful, extremely famous artists at the top of the rap game. Drake had compared himself with Jay numerous times, saying, "I used to want to be on Rockefeller, then I turned into Jay."
I can't say you turn into Hove, man. See, one thing about Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z might be, a businessman and all that, but Jay-Z could rap. Jay-Z is one of them ones, man. Hove could still drop a fire verse right now. Like, Jay always had it, man. You feel me? Jay always had it. Like, Jay was never trash. Jay can really rap for real. Like, Drake is really a hip-hop dude. He might not love hip-hop like other people, but Jay can rap, nigga. One thing you can't take away from Jay is that Jay is really that guy. Feel me? Jay got balls like that. All right, we can go back and look. Jay definitely is lit like that when it comes to rapping, period. You did? And yeah, Hove ain't got no reference track because Hove don't write. Hove go off the top. You know what I'm saying? Him and Biggie Smalls, as well as Method Man had one too, but him and Biggie Smalls was known for not writing and going off top. Pause. Like, you could see the documentaries of Jay doing verses without no pen, no pad, going off top, and that's just how Jay do it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take that away from Hove. Hove is one of them guys. Feel me? Drake ain't that person. Drake, you got writers galore, nigga. You got 80 million writers, champ. Respectfully. A lot of your records, you ain't even right. A lot of your records are stolen records, too. They had a whole compilation of records that you actually took from people. Unknown artists, for that matter. You stole Controller, too. Like, it's crazy. You have to like button share the video, man. Let's keep it going.
If you go through the play-by-play of the battle, Drake made a lot of moves similar to Jay. As the more commercially successful artist, Drake used his stats and sales to downplay Kendrick's relevance. And when Kendrick dropped his first diss track, Euphoria, Drake got extremely personal with Family Matters, where he directly targeted Kendrick's longtime partner and children. Jay and Nas obviously coexist now as some of the most beloved legends in hip-hop history. Things might be raw right now, but Drake could definitely consider extending an olive branch to Kendrick in order to squash the whole thing for the good of the culture. Jay and Nas's beef is considered the heavyweight battle of their generation, just like how Drake and Kendrick's battle is seen today. Maybe the best way for Drake to move past this is to take a page out of Jay's book. If you can't beat him, join him. But maybe the most relevant case study for Drake is a battle he was already involved in, his longtime feud with Pusha T. Back when Drake was a teenager, dreaming of being a rap star, he was a Pusha T superfan. He even went on eBay and bought a microphone that was supposedly autographed by Pusha. Years later, when Drake became a rising star in the rap game, they became bitter rivals.
How come everybody that's Drake's idol, like people that Drake idolized, became his enemies? Don't you understand? Joe Budden and Pusha T are people that Drake idolized, right? But somehow they ended up dissing this nigga. That's wild work. You idolize Pusha T and you idolize Joe Budden. Both of them ended up dissing you. Does anybody take that into consideration and be like, wow, champ, what type of individual are you that you got people that you idolize actually dissing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Do people ever take a step back and look at that like, wow, you idolize Joe Budden, you idolize Pusha T, now they're dissing you. Why though? Crazy. And Jay-Z.
In the song Dreams Money Can Buy, Drake said, "My favorite rappers either lost it or they ain't alive." Pusha interpreted that line as a shot towards him. For years, the two of them went back and forth with subliminal disses. On Exodus 23:1, Pusha threatened Drake and his label bosses Lil Wayne and Birdman. "Beef will have you praying to God, move your kids and have you hiding your mom." On Crosses, Crutches, and Caskets, Pusha implied that Drake doesn't provide for his own mother. Is there shame when a multi-platinum rapper lives in squalor? Drake replied on Two Birds, One Stone, where he tried to undercut Pusha's street credibility. "But really it's you with all these drug dealer stories. That's gotta stop though. You made a couple of chops, now you think you Chapo." That's fire. In 2018, things heated up when Pusha put out Infrared, where he called out Drake's persona and his reliance on ghostwriters. "How could you ever right your wrongs when you don't even write your own songs?" Drake responded immediately with Duppy Freestyle, where he continued to downplay Pusha's cocaine-selling past and his relevance. "I had a microphone of yours, but then the signature faded. I think it pretty much resembles what's been happening lately." Maybe most notably, Drake decided to mention Pusha's then-fiance's name by saying, "I told you keep playing with my name and I'ma let it ring on you like Virginia Williams."
And that was the big mistake you made, mentioning the man's wife. Mentioning the man's wife. Now he about to go Super Saiyan, gang. Now he about to go Super Saiyan, nigga. And then he about to bomb on you, which he did. He did you so crazy, you did an interview, nigga. This nigga made you know a beef is bad when a nigga make you do an interview behind the beef. You say, "Oh, we gotta do an interview." This nigga just went crazy, champ. Interview. Bring LeBron. Bring Bron. Bron ain't with you no more. That nigga Bron went to the pop-out show calling you a Geppetto. I'm crying. Nigga went to the pop-out show and called you a Geppetto after he supported you after Pusha T violated you, nigga. Nigga went to the pop-out show. Talking about you a Geppetto, nigga. That's crazy. Nigga Bron switched this. Nigga Bron turned the tables on you, gang. You tight. Nigga said, "Oh, word, I'm about to unfollow this nigga. You at the pop-out calling me a Geppetto? Huh? Unfollow." That nigga had a consultation with his mother before he unfollowed LeBron, champ. "Mother, should I unfollow Bron? He's calling me a Geppetto at the pop-out. I don't know what to do. Should I unfollow him, Mom?" That's how son was talking to Mom Dukes and all that. You know, you know how Drake talk for real. "Mother, should I unfollow Bron?" That's how son was talking to Mom Dukes for real. Like, you know how Drake talk. Come on. Nigga had to unfollow Bron. He was your big bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, gang. Y'all know how bro be talking. Stop playing. Y'all hit the like, share the video. Crazy.
For his response record, The Story of Adidon, Pusha T went absolutely nuclear. He not only mentioned Drake's mother and father by name, but he made bombshell claims that Drake was hiding a child and was a deadbeat playing border control. He doubled down by mocking Drake's producer OVO 40 for having multiple sclerosis, and even shared photos of a younger Drake posing in blackface.
Hold on, gang. Somebody glazed and said, "Wow, Drake hate is so dark." I'm glad you said that. You know what else is dog, champ? He is shadow, champ. He is shadow, real dog. You better go hug that thing for 5 minutes. By the way, since you want to talk about dark, well, your shadow's also dark as I don't know what. You better go hug that thing, champ, for 5 minutes. That's a cardio session. All right. Why are Drake haters so dark? Why is your shadow so dark when you hug it? Oh, champ, yeah, that's 5 minutes. Heard? 5 minutes, champ. All right. Talking about what's dark, nigga. Your shadow. That's a dark thing, champ. You heard? 5 minutes. All right. 5 minutes. You dig? Y'all hit the like, share the videos to Mayor. Look.
And Pusha's response, made headlines. He not only outed Drake for having a son named Adonis, but he exposed an alleged Adidas marketing campaign that Drake had planned to use to introduce his child to fans. Instead of recording an official response, Drake posted a written apology for the blackface photos and eventually appeared on LeBron James's interview show, The Shop, to explain why he didn't release another diss record.
I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to further your reputation or your career by rapping back at you and having this exchange. And that was it for me.
Many hardcore hip-hop fans criticized Drake for resorting to PR to reply to Pusha instead of jumping in the booth and making another song. During an interview with Rap Radar, Drake outright admitted that Pusha had won the beef.
So it's not...
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, gang. Look. Hold on. She Love Benji says Adonis song was trash. I don't care if he's a kid. That was a terrible song for all my dogs. He had his son rap. Nigga, don't do that again. It was cool when Kanye had Northwest do her little rap, and that's cool. But when your boy Adonis was trying to rap, nigga, that shit was dirt. Adonis's song was dirt. You heard? Trash. Right? We don't care if he's a kid, nigga. Adonis song was mid. Northwest song was better. All right, Northwest had a better verse. How about that? I hit the like shit the video.
Really much I can say better than Drake Has a Baby. He won. You know, he won off that.
But despite all that criticism, Drake's strategy low-key worked. He released his 5th studio album, Scorpion, just weeks later, which went on to go 5 times platinum. Instead of further entrenching himself in the battle with Pusha, he did everything he could to move past it. The specter of his loss to Pusha T still haunts Drake's career. During the height of his Kendrick battle, there was a lot of callbacks to his battle with Pusha. Kendrick repurposed lines Pusha used to mock Drake's label situation on Euphoria, and even mentioned Pusha by name. Yeah, all that pushing P, let me see you Pusha T. You better off spinning again on him how you think about pushing me. He's Terrace Thornton, I'm Terrace Crawford, yeah, I'm whooping feet. And on Kendrick's Meet the Grams, he accused Drake of hiding another child, doubling down on similar attacks Pusha had used on him years earlier. While Drake's loss to Pusha is obviously a lingering wound, it's safe to say that Drake could try his best to replicate the same strategy he used 5 years ago.
Listen, y'all could say that Drake ain't got no other kids all y'all want. Those of us who know about the Haitian stripper, all right, in Miami, nigga. We know about the Haitian stripper in Miami who says that Drake got her pregnant and that the kid looks like Drake. Allegedly, right? I got the videos. Nigga, check my videos, shit. The mayor spoke on those things, shit. We know about the Haitian stripper from Miami, gang. We know about Shorty who got $350,000 because of the lawsuit on Drake with sexual assault. All right, we know about that stuff. Right, we could go all day with that. I ain't gonna lie. I hit the like share the video.
Pusha outmaneuvered Drake with what Drake called himself a brilliant chess move. Now that Kendrick's done the same, Drake's best path forward might be copping to the L and moving on to release his next hit record. Even though Drake's battle with Kendrick is generational, there are clearly so many parallels to other famous rap beefs from years ago. So what kind of action plan can Drake craft that might help him move forward? Obviously, he needs to reflect and regroup. This means he should probably acknowledge that Kendrick beat him and that popular opinion is not on his side. Trying to ignore this reality is only going to make him look much more bitter and out of touch. That's why Ja Rule had such a hard time recovering his image after 50 dragged him back in the early 2000s. If Drake were to take some time away from the spotlight, it might make fans realize why they miss his music in the first place. Drake also may want to consider doing some artistic renovation. After taking such a public L, it's only fair to assume that fans are going to want something different from Drake. Part of the reason why Nas came back so hard after Takeover is that he landed on a new sound and became rejuvenated. If Drake were to experiment...
I still don't understand where you saying that Nas fell off, bro. Where's this fall off that Nas had, bro? I never seen Nas have a fall off point, ever. He was getting praise as long as I've seen Nas around, bro. I don't know where you're getting that from, that Jay-Z made Nas fall off. No, he didn't. It seemed like Nas made Hov fall off, but that wasn't true neither. The city just wanted to see Jay-Z lose for a change, which is cool. All right. Crazy, man. Nas fell off. What are you talking about, bro? There was no Nas fall off. What are you talking about, bro? Never.
Experiment more and take more risks, it might make people more excited for what's coming next. Drake definitely could take his own lessons when it comes to image management. He locked all the way in on that route after his war with Pusha. If Drake focused on addressing the beef in a controlled manner by relying on documentaries or interviews, he might be able to reclaim his own narrative. He could even take the Jay-Z route by addressing his past and his growth. In recent years, Jay has shied away from his more allegedly misogynistic music like Big Pimpin' in favor of talking about how he's changed as a person. Since a big part of Kendrick's diss strategy was painting Drake as a misogynist, it's possible that Drake could take a page out of his mentor's book. But maybe most importantly, Drake could focus on quality over quantity. One of the most persistent criticisms of Drake over the last couple years is that he simply drops too much music. Since 2020, he's dropped 5 different projects, not to mention dozens of feature verses. If Drake were to just dial it back and focus on being a little more selective with his product, it might create more demand for his music post-beef instead of fans taking him for granted. But who knows? If Drake plays his cards right, he could turn one of the most humiliating moments of his career into a huge comeback that preserves his legacy and extends his run for another decade.
That sounds good, but that's not gonna happen. And run for another decade, nigga. In another decade, Drake gonna be 50 years old. I don't know about all that. How does Drake look making music for 18 and 19-year-olds at age 40 something? I don't think there's a comeback for that, champ. I'm just gonna be 1,000. There is no 316-year way out of this one, champ. Let's just be honest here. It just isn't a way out of this. All right, this damage has been done. There's no coming back. It's done. It's finished. All right, comeback. I don't think so. Sorry, champ. That doesn't exist. That's just not a thing. It's not gonna happen. All right, let's just be honest. It's just like there's too many narratives that's just so bad that there's no repairing that. All right, like let's be honest. Like, come on.
But if he fumbles the next move, hip-hop fans will never let him forget it. Every move is crucial and all eyes are on Drake. Now that the pressure's on, let's see if he can deliver, or if Kendrick's beef was just the beginning of the end.
So yeah, gang. With that being said, there's never been a rapper in the history of hip-hop who has been accused of doing things with dogs, who has been accused of doing things with teens and dogs. This is just bad, bro. Like, you're being accused of doing things with teens and dogs together. You lost, champ. I'm sorry. There's no coming back from that. They said that you did things with dogs. They said that you had teens on the yacht. We seen a picture of Millie Bobby Brown on your yacht wearing your merchandise. There's no winning. There's no winning. All right? There's no winning. I'm sorry. The narratives are too bad. The things that's being said about you are too bad. There's absolutely no way in the world you're going to make a comeback. Especially now. Like, it's not going to happen, bro. No matter how much you lay low, we will never forget this moment. We can't forget this moment. In fact, Drake, you are helping the moment continue. How about that? You're helping the moment actually move more. Like, you're helping it extend because you keep taking shots. You want to go to the Chinese restaurant that Kendrick mentioned in Euphoria and take a picture of the fried rice there like you did something. All right. You just flopped with Camila Cabello. Y'all both just flopped disgustingly. Number 92 on Spotify US charts. Number 100 and something worldwide. That's terrible. You supposed to be a top artist and you can't even do top artist numbers no more because somebody just exposed you and switched the narrative and switched the atmosphere. So now you look bad. You dig? It's different outside. It's not the same, all right? It's just not the same. So that's why Drake could never prevail in this current climate. It just won't happen. You know, we just got to be realistic. It just won't happen. the masses have came to a decision, and they said, look, it's over with. We're going to continue to dislike everything you do, and that's just how it's going to be, all right? You've literally been shunned from hip-hop to a degree, and now you're making diet dancehall music. Crazy enough, you dig? Insane. Look, gang, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share the video. You let me know what you think in the comment section, all right? By the way, make sure you join the Discord. The Discord link is in the chat, will be in the comments, will be in the description as well. We're going to be streaming the BT Awards tomorrow on the Discord, so make sure you tap in if you want to watch that for the freemium. But gang, look, it's the mayor, the one and only real New York Mayor, F. Eric Adams. So you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you like the video, share the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. So we back with more content soon. Salute to the chat. Let's get it. Let's go. Come on.